Happy Mother's Day! Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Mother's Day. Sir, it's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. It's a very special day for a lot of people. Special day for me. I hope everybody's told their mother how much they love them. And to say Happy Mother's Day to them. I know I did. But I'm about to go talk to my other, because I kind of had two moms kind of raised me. I had my mother, then my grandmother, who I consider my second mom. My mother was a hardworking mother who would work most of the day, and my grandma raised me then. That's the way it would work. So, but this is actually the first Mother's Day with my grandma in heaven. So, I'm going to go visit her at her grave and wish her a very happy Mother's Day. So, yeah, that's what's on the agenda on this vlog today. You know, this, nothing too exciting. You know, this is more about giving my love and my respect to all the good mothers out there and keeping it real, especially those single mothers out there, the ones that had to take the spot not only as the mother, but as the father as well, because you had a deadbeat husband and the child had a deadbeat father, which I know much about. And that's exactly what my mother was. She was my mother, well, she is my mother and my father. And I just want to say that I love my mom very much. And I really, I would have nothing without her. And same with my grandmother, I have nothing. And everything I have, everything I am, I owe to them. So let's go and visit my grandmother at her grave. Come on, let's go. So on this Mother's Day, you know, I like to know what you guys are doing for Mother's Day. So if you want, comment, tell me what you're doing, because I'm interested. But yeah, so you know, this is a special little episode. Dedicating this to my mom, my grandmother, and to my two very special favorite aunts, Aunt Rosie and Aunt Laura. I love you and miss you every day. But listen, I want to, you know, there's a lot of single mothers out there that are holding down the fort for their children, who've got that deadbeat husband or father for the children, or, you know, somebody that just doesn't really want anything to do with the kids. Yet they're working their butts off to put food on the table and being super mom at the same time. You guys get a very special Happy Mother's Day, because you guys are the true super, not men, you know, super ladies, but I mean how am I trying to say this? You're truly the superheroes, okay? This S, by Red and Black S, that's for you guys. You're the guys the women, the ladies that really deserve that. Because I have one, and I'm happy to call her my mother. She's the best mother in the world. I like to say a lot of times we have a relationship more like a brother and sister, because we tend to joke around with each other and sometimes fight. But, you know, we still have that mother-son bond, and, but, you know, I couldn't imagine my world without her. She's just the greatest thing. One of the greatest things in my life. And, like I said, I would be nowhere without her. You know, as a, you know, only child, she did everything she could to make me kind of happy, and not depressed, and you know, by spoiling the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie, I was a spoiled kid. I was a spoiled little shit. Excuse my language, but I was. She bought me so many toys: Ghostbusters, He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, all wrestlers. Like, you have not even any idea. I counted them once. I have over, God, between the original, the LJNs and the Hasbros and the Jacks, I have, what was it? It was over 1,000. That's insane. That's an insane amount of money. And of course, Star Wars. I mean, so much. Point is, she put everything she made, she tried to put into making me happy. And I'm so grateful for that. And I know sometimes that spoiled little shit can still come out once in a while. But, you know, I just want her to know that I appreciate everything she's done for me, and I know she's done her best, and I couldn't ask for a better mother in the world. I love her so much, and I try to hide my feelings sometimes. It's hard for me to express myself, because when I do let my emotions out, I do get very emotional, whether it's crying or whether it's angry. It's either one or the other, and I don't like to show either of those. But, you know, this is a little known fact for a lot of people. Years ago, back in, I think it was 2009, my mother fell right outside the house, hit the back of her head on concrete, fell off steps. And I don't know how, somehow I heard her. I ran downstairs, and her head was swelling up like a balloon, and she was losing it and asking why. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was a goner. I called 911, but I was sure she was a goner. And I'm gonna be honest, in those, God, how long was it? Because they put her in the ambulance. By the time I got back, got to the hospital, it was about they said I can go see her. It was about an hour later. But during that hour, I was sure she was a goner. That or going to be a vegetable. And it was probably the worst hour I've ever had thus far. To just, in my head, think what life would be like without my mother. And I don't even want to think that. It's just the worst thing, worst feeling I ever had. Luckily, believe it or not, I come in an hour later, like, yeah, go see her. And I'm thinking, my gosh, she's going to be on tubes, whatever. I come in and I hear her in the emergency room laughing from her. And I'm like, what? What's going on? And she's laughing with the paramedics there, or the EMTs and the nurses. And she's like, yeah, they took an x-ray and I'm okay. It's just like it's on the outside of the skull. It's not nothing like a hemorrhage or anything. It's just like a goose egg. And I'm like, oh my God. And in that, you know, few moments, I was the most grateful man in the world, and to come so close in my eyes to think that she was almost gone. And I would live with that for a long time. Like, I would, for weeks afterwards, not be able to sleep, and I would just watch her sleep to make sure she's okay. And I went into kind of a deep, dark depression that summer, and I kind of went through a hypochondria phase and stuff, because I felt because that made me realize how life is so precious, and the most important things in your life could be gone like that. And it was hard, but the point is, my mom is everything to me. Her and my kids and my fiance, Boo Boo, as you know her, they are everything. They are my reason for being. And sometimes I can be a little spoiled twerp, and that can come out sometimes. But at the end of the day, my good side comes out. The side that my grandma made me, and my grandfather made me to be, and my mother. And that's the good guy. And I call my spoiled asshole side, I call that my dad's side. Not to call my dad an asshole, but I'm not calling him an asshole, but that side is kind of like how my dad acts. He's very cold. I don't know if he's trying to be cold. I just think that's the way his personality is. I mean, I don't want to go on to talk about this the whole time, but I just want to let you guys know a little bit about my life. You know, my dad, he had me at a young age too with my mom, and I don't think he was ready. And you know, he did his own thing, and you know, they got divorced and all that, and there was a lot of stuff going on. And the point is, I had a lot of anger towards my dad for a long time, but I forgave him finally after many years, and he's in Serbia now, but I think he's coming back now, and it'll be fun to see him. He's a funny guy, you know. I'll be honest, you know, even though I've felt that anger towards him the whole time, I still love him. He's my father, you know what I mean? And deep down, I know he's a good man. And anyways, but this is about Mother's Day. The point is, my mom really filled those shoes of the father. You know, she took me to all of these games, took me to the movies. That's how I became a movie fanatic, was because of my mom. She'd take me to all movies. I think the first movie she took me to see was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Then I remember her taking me. I had been, what, 3? And I actually remember that. I don't believe that, but I too remember her taking me to the theater. And I remember her taking me to see Masters of the Universe, I think was the next one. And that, I became a fanatic of He-Man. And, God, I had all the toys. All the toys. And, of course, Karate Kids. Oh, God, she started me with Star Wars. I didn't know what Star Wars was until I was 5. And then, you know, she got, believe it or not, the first one I saw was Return of the Jedi. Right? That's the one you start with? But when you're a 5-year-old, you don't know what the hell you're looking at. You just see cool, you know, lightsabers and laser wars and flying ships going on. So you're like, oh, this is cool. You know, so it was alright. But, you know, and then, like, later on, I'm like, I want to see more. And then she bought me the other one, Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars, the original. And then I was like, okay, this is cool. So she really, you know, got me to be a fanatic of Star Wars, and Rocky, that too. You know, she started me with Rocky, and I fell in love with Sylvester Stallone, you know. I guess it's almost like he was my father in a way, because all the movies I watched, like, his values is what I tried to hold. Like, his values in these characters, like Rocky, and if you ever seen Over the Top, who plays Lincoln Hawks, it kind of reminded me of my relationship with my dad, or what I wish it was, because my dad was a truck driver, and I don't know. It's just, anyways. So the point is, my mom did all this stuff for me. She did so much for me, way more than she had to do. She sacrificed everything for me, and you know, she is just a saint. And I don't think I say it enough, but she really, I am so grateful for everything she's ever given me, and I love her to the moon and back. But anyways, so yeah, now we're gonna I'm gonna finally go, and I'm gonna visit my grandma at the grave. So let's go. Okay, so here we are. I'm at the graveyard, here to visit my grandma. It's her grave. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera off now, because when I talk to my grandma, I like it to be me and her in private. So, I'll talk to you guys in a second. Okay, so I'm back in the car. Let's close the door. Alright, yeah, that's always emotional. But, I wanted you guys to see that, that was my grandma's grave. I didn't want you guys to see what I talk about, because, you know, that's personal stuff. But, it's hard. It's hard. Which, you know, anybody who's lost their mother or grandmother, it's tough. All I can say is, if you still got your grandmother, cherish her. No matter how much she can get on your nerves because she repeats herself the same old stories, or complains, or what have you, you're going to miss that at the end of the day. Trust me. You're going to miss all those complaints, and you're going to miss being picked on and all that stuff. It sucks without it now. But listen, I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. I want to send a very special happy Mother's Day to the other special women in my life who've always touched me, my heart. The greatest aunts I've ever had, who could also be like mothers to me. And that, of course, is my Aunt Laura, and, of course, my Aunt Rosie. You ladies were the best, and thank you for, for being so kind to me and loving. And I hope you're doing great up there, with my grandma, and you guys are having fun today. So, yeah, I love you very much, to all of you, and, yeah. Well, listen, guys, this was a short little vlog today. This wasn't really a vlog. This was more of a Mother's Day thing. I'm going to call it a wrap today, because there's not really much more to say today. This is, I'm going to go take my mother to Baker Square. She likes the pie over there for Mother's Day. And then we're going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean tonight to get ready for that new Pirates coming out in a couple weeks. So, yeah, that's what's on the agenda. But, yeah, so that's the vlog. Okay. Stay tuned for Friday's vlog, which is also going to be a touching subject as well. It's not going to be a normal vlog. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a very special thing I got coming up. And, yeah, I'll be back to my normal vlogs probably the week after. But I have some things I want to talk about first. So, all right, guys. Like I said, happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there. And, all right, God bless.